Hey everybody, so going to do a little lesson today on layering and counter melodies. So I've got a client, he's worked on this track and it sounds really good, but we need some more layers. I'm just going to show you the crescendo. Crescendo is something like, I think it's the Italian word for kind of peak. So it's a hands in the air moment, okay? The peak of a track. So we're doing a remix of Classmate by Giuseppe Tivani, which is a brilliant track. And yeah, have a listen to this. So as you can see, one lead has just fixed it. Now, why can't my client get it sounding right? Well, his ears just aren't developed enough. He hasn't got the skills yet being the main word there. 99 times out of 100, a client will send me a track and I can fix it in one layer. Reason being, they've put all the hard work in. They've got the bass sounding good, the pads are good, but a lot of producers struggle with the layering, and it just takes time. I was where my client was, okay? So don't be too hard on yourself. Let's listen to a track. Dead simple. Look at the EQ. This is the EQ. No additive or subtractive EQ. We're cutting at 120. I actually need to check. Default. So we're cutting at 130 and we're killing anything above 19k. Let's just change that to 18k. We don't need anything above 18k because the human ear can't hear it. But we remove the frequencies regardless. We've got a little bit of a compressor on there. Compression, just think of it as a balloon. Someone gives you a balloon, and all compression does, you blow the balloon up a little bit. It's a little bit bigger, okay? That's what compression is. There's no need to go into the finer details. Get this plugin. It's $29. You don't have to touch anything apart from the threshold. You want about -3 decibels of gain reduction on every major layer. Do not get lazy and put it on your lead bus, because if you do that, you're assuming or determining that every single channel needs the same amount of compression. It's a lazy way to do things, and there's just no need. There's no room to be lazy at the top, in my opinion. Right, so that's one lead. Job done. Now, why does it sound good? Well, let's listen to the lead on its own and listen to it. It's a good fucking preset, but it sounds like dog shit in terms of what we need to actually get it to sound like. So, this is my bus setup. Now, I have PSP Vintage Warmer. Now, you don't need this. You can turn it off. And to make life easier, I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to put on Mag EQ4. Nowadays, I like to use PSP Vintage Warmer in conjunction with Mag EQ4 on a send and return. But for many years, I didn't do that. So I'm going to show you. It sounds just as good without. I just had to try and change things up in the studio and try different things. So anyway, Mag EQ4. Female vocal setting A. That is our EQ. We now don't need to do this bullshit. Keep it simple, right? So. There you go, awesome. So we've got our Mag EQ4, we've got our Alts acoustic, decay set to about 4, dry all the way up, wet's at 0, quality's ultra. We're cutting at 120, we're cutting at the top at 18k. Take a screenshot, go on, there you go. And I use the same reverb for every single bus channel in my track, which means that this room here, it means all my reverbs are going to the same room. What you don't want is be changing this room design and have lots of different reverbs in your track, because it will just sound messy then. Again, it's just dead simple shit. So that's it. One lead, job done. We can now work back on ourselves. This is another thing that producers do. We turn a cutter filter up so fucking much but it starts to become like a lead. Listen to it. That is all you need, okay? Don't overdo it. So that's it, job done. Right. So quick look. This little pesky thing is coming in a bit too soon, because even though the cutoff is turned down, still isn't turned down enough. Nothing we can do about that. We can always go and add a second filter, but I like to just keep it simple and use an EQ, the pre-built-in EQ on the channel. Alas, sometimes, because you're bunching up all the frequencies into this section, it can get a little bit messy. So to navigate around that little problem, what I like to do is alleviate the pressure somewhat, and all we do is we fade in the highs as well. So now, as all the energy is built up in the low mid frequencies, we're alleviating that pressure so it's not got nasty low in frequencies. So this oh, Cyclo, what happened there? Same thing's happening again where the cutoff turned all the way down, but it's still not quiet enough. So this time I just turned on this second filter, and I just use the Perfecto filter. So now job's a good one. So we're all sorted on that now. So 2 layers has completely fixed this track. So the foundational work is really nice. It's not like I have to go back and say, look, fix the bass, the pads are shit, blah, blah, blah. Sounds good. Right, counter melodies, something everyone struggles with. It's so fucking hard. So let's do a little counter melody in this section. Counters. So all my buses are pretty much set up the same. By the way, if you want this template, just drop me an email, tutorials@adamellisdj.com. Let me write that down. And yeah, I'll give you my template for free. All you need to do is comment on this video, subscribe, and just take a screenshot where you subscribed and commented. Send it me via email, and I'll give you my tutorial door for free. I have it for every major door. So yeah. Okay. So let's have a look. Now, I am shit at music theory. I just wing it, if I'm being honest with you. So you're going to have to be patient with this. But I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to show you exactly what a real producer goes through who isn't musically trained. Unfortunately, I ain't no Giuseppe, who's obviously a master genius. But yeah, let's have a little go. So, to save time, I'm going to use a sound that I've already used before because it's just going to we'll be here for everything. So. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in this section because I need to kind of hear the bass. Pretty cool. We'll do all the automation after. fucking kidding me? I think it's just crashed. I'll pause it, see what happens. It's averted 15 minutes later. So a little tip for you here. You see how I'm moving these back, these regions, so I can go like that. And I can just move them really easily without trying to zoom in and fuck about. So. Fuck you, Logic. Over the years, I've kind of figured out where the next screen's going to come. So my mouse is always in a rough area. It's awesome. Where are we at? Oh, Fricks will say so. Oh. And we'll just change it slightly so. Disparity of maybe like 30, something like that. Compression. Anyway, you get the idea. In this one, I'd probably then make some changes to this one. And then, do you know what I'm at? Now it's got louder now. What we'll do is we'll mix it at its peak. So. Timing's a bit off. I just haven't got time to do it, to be fair, but it just takes me forever to get it right, as you can imagine. I don't know how other people do it, like, and play it in with when it's not in a grid. I think we just have to kind of trust themselves. I don't know. And now we've mixed them at their highest points. We've mixed them in. That's when you want to do. And there you go. So obviously it needs a lot more work, but that's just kind of a rough idea how to do some counter melodies and how to develop counter melodies. I did put my information on here earlier. Obviously you guys know I do tuition. I'm happy to answer any questions regardless of the gender. If you just got any questions and you know you've got no interest in tuition, that's fine. I'm not trying to upsell you unless you ask. But yeah, if you are interested in lessons, I obviously teach one-to-one lessons. You can drop me a line. I'll send you the information pack. Clients are absolutely smashing it with releases on Who's Afraid of 148, Carnage, Subculture, Outburst, you name it. Clients are signing up. So yeah, let me know if you want any information on my lessons. Please do like, comment and share. If people aren't commenting on the videos and you know they're not kind of giving me engagement, then I'm just going to stop doing them. So if you're watching this and you are enjoying it, subscribe, like the video and leave a comment, because if not, there's absolutely zero point in me doing it. So thank you, hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.